ਮਾਫ ਕਰਨਾ ਜੀ, PC24 ਦੀ ਕੋਈ ਆਡੀਓ ਇਸ਼ੂਜ਼ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਆ ਗਿਆ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਡਨਲੀ ਇਹਨੇ ਸਰਪ੍ਰਾਈਜ਼ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ। ਤੇ ਬਟ ਚੰਗੀ ਗੱਲ ਇਹ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨੇ ਫਿਕਸ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ ਤੇ ਉਮੀਦ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੇਰੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਠੀਕ ਠਾਕ ਸੁਣ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ। ਅਸੀਂ ਖੀਮਾ ਦੇ ਜਾ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਹਾਂ। ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਸ਼ੁਕਰੀਆ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੀ ਵੇਟ ਕਰਨ ਦਾ, ਬਹੁਤ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸ਼ੁਕਰਗੁਜ਼ਾਰ ਹਾਂ। ਅਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੁਝ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹਾਂਗੇ। The most important thing that we have here is that the housing market remained tight in March, and this is ahead of busy spring home buying season. So we will talk a bit about it, and then I also shared a bit of information. We are still waiting on how the whole scene will unfold, but very soon our code of conduct, code of ethics is changing from REBA, it's changing to TRESA. TRESA is a Trust in Real Estate Services Act, which has been passed, but implementation is in phases. So we are waiting for the full information on that. So very soon there will only be two categories of real estate consumer. We'll talk a bit about that. But before I move forward, I once again want to apologize for the audio disruption this morning, and that we could not continue our program for approximately 15 minutes. That's okay. This was maybe God's will, and something better was hidden in it. To all those viewers who are celebrating their birthday today, their anniversaries today, they are celebrating they're welcoming the newborn baby in their homes. They have made a home purchase, or they have closed their property and moved in, realized their sweet home dreams. And those people who have secured their income by taking a suitable insurance on their income, so in case of any eventuality to their lives, their loved one can be taken care of. To you all, many congratulations from PC24 and the team, which comprises of all the guests and all the sponsors. You see their names up there. So many congratulations. The housing market is going very tight. We are all waiting for the new rate, or maybe the Bank of Canada will keep it flat this time. Mostly the indicators are it will stay flat, but you never know unless Bank of Canada releases its report. And they are also going to announce their monetary policy report. It may have some adjustments to the second quarter's goals and whatever targets they've established. Coming back to the main topic, which is the housing market, it's not a time to take real estate market very lightly. Speculations in real estate industry are not advisable, as far as this is my personal opinion. You may differ, and I totally respect that. So we are going to see changes in how the real estate industry serves the consumer. That will be a talk for a later time. Probably towards the end, we will talk about that, what new changes are coming up. The home prices in countries' large metro areas seem to be finding some support following a rise in March, and still tight inventory ahead of spring home buying season. So it's ahead of spring buying home season. Just imagine what will happen when the market goes full blast. If you are sitting on the fence to list your property, I would say call your realtor and start discussing. I also provide services to sellers to sell their home in the time period they want for the price they want. So I am very aggressive marketer. If you need to discuss your home sale, please reach out to me at my phone number, which is 647-333 2273. And this is not a solicitation of your business if you are currently in an agreement with a brokerage or a sales representative. In Toronto, average prices rose slightly from February but remained down nearly 15% from a year ago. So, but the gap from the last year is narrowing now. It's coming lesser and lesser with each passing day. At the same time, I discussed the realist data, which shows the homeowners who are selling their properties. Now there are fewer of them who are relisting. You know, when the market started going down very steeply, homeowners didn't know what price to put on their properties. So they were experimenting. The properties were being listed again and again and again with changed prices. It was over 26-27% released data. But now we are close to 16% more or less. If you need that specific information about real list data, you can give me a call at 647-333-2273, and I would be more than happy to share that report with you. So in Vancouver, March sales came in stronger than expected. The March sale in Vancouver came stronger than expected, with 2,535 properties trading hands in the month. 2,535. In Toronto, we had way more than this number. And this number in Vancouver is still 42% down from the last year, but up 40% from February. The Montreal market also tightened slightly due to March sales outpacing the addition of new inventory compared to February. So Montreal is seeing more listings coming in. So that is a good news, guys. And if you are just considering that the house price will come down, please don't be that hopeful. It may not happen. Yesterday, I was speaking with someone and I was told by this person that they will still wait for 1 year. When asked why, they said because house prices will further fall down. In my best opinion and experience in this industry for over 14 years, I do not think that will ever happen. We are in a turnaround scenario. It's not a recovery phase, it is a turnaround. Turnaround is pretty faster. Recovery may be slower. So we are in a turnaround, and this is the right time to buy your property. Anyways, right time is when you can actually buy a house. If you cannot buy a house, but then making excuses and telling people that the market will come down and you will wait, I can totally understand that scenario. That's okay. But now you are looking at the data which has been released by the regulators that's saying in Toronto, average price rose slightly from February. So February to March is going up. In Vancouver, sales came in stronger. Okay, so demand is expected to pick up this spring. It will go much higher than you can think. The real estate board in both Toronto and Vancouver reported increased activity ahead of the spring market, even against the backdrop of elevated borrowing costs. The spring market is already on track to outpace our 2023 forecast, which anticipated modest price increase of about 1 to 2% across all product types. All product types, all type of housing. This is a statement from Andrew Liss, Director of Economics and Data Analytics for the Real Estate Board of Greater Vancouver. So the expectations may be surpassed the way market is moving now. Toronto Regional Real Estate Board President Paul Barron said his members are increasingly reporting that competition between buyers was heating up in many GTA neighborhoods, and that consumer polling suggests demand for housing will continue to recover throughout the year. Ben Rebidu of some company, real estate company or real estate analytics, let me check, it's Edge Reality Analytics, said discussions with frontline industry practitioners suggest Toronto's real estate market is indeed heating up. So I don't think you are talking to frontline practitioner. You are talking to maybe tail end practitioners when they tell you, wait, it will come down further. Nope. The housing market is going to go up in price and demand at the same time. So regional housing market roundup we have here for a few places, which is Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal, Calgary, and Ottawa. You already know about Toronto. So let's talk a bit about Vancouver. In Vancouver, there have been 2,535 sales, and this is still smaller than the last year by 42.5%. Benchmark price all housing type in Vancouver came at $1,143,900, which is 9% lesser than the last year. It used to be higher during the peak inflation periods. New listings are still 35.5% down in Vancouver, with 4,317 homes came on market. Active listing, these are the listings that haven't sold. They are available, but they haven't sold. So there are 8,617 listings, more or less. This is end of month of March, but this was 8.1% increase. So the increase is also coming down, which means the active inventory is also selling now. So this is what Andrew Liss, REB, Real Estate Board of Greater Vancouver, Director of Economics and Data Analysis, said. On the pricing, the spring market is already on track to outpace 2023 forecast, with anticipated modest price increase of about 1 to 2% across all product types. And I'm saying this, that this is a very conservative estimate. It may far exceed 1 to 2% over all product types, and time will tell. I think these executive members are very cautious when they report some numbers, because they don't want to be caught saying something that may appear very extraordinary to many people. The surprising part of this recent activity is that these prices have increased, and they are occurring against a backdrop of elevated borrowing cost. ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕੱਲ ਕੋਈ ਪੁੱਛਦਾ ਜੀ ਬੰਦਾ, ਭਾਜੀ ਇਹ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਕੁਆਲੀਫਾਈ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, and I gave him maybe two options, that either they are adding more people to the title, they are using more income to qualify, or they are working very hard to make up the income to jump over the qualification barrier, which is 2% on top of whatever contract rate people get. So that's the only two options. And third option, which I strongly say do not do that, is inflating your document. Inflating your income is not a recommended method. It is going to take you down really badly. So stay away from manipulating your documents. Montreal census metropolitan area, we are going to talk about their numbers in brief. So in Montreal, there were 3,947 sales, and this is 28% lesser than the last year. Median price. So they are using median price for single family detached homes. $535,000. Wow. Look at Toronto. We are more than $900,000 for a basic detached home. And this is 5% lesser than the last year. Condominium, their median price is $381,500, which is 5% below last year. And active listings are at this point 16,574. 16,574, which are 62% higher than the last year. And the new listings are down by 8%. The number is 6,487. 6,487 is the number of new listings that came in, and the active listings that are available are more than 16,500, with 62% increase from the last year. And this is what their director says. Following a period of unprecedented overheating, the Montreal census metropolitan area market was one of the first to react negatively to the rapid rise in interest rates that began a year ago, right? So negatively to the rapid rise. Currently, it is one of the first to react positively to the stabilization of interest rates, as is the case for several major other Canadian markets. So it is said by the director of the board. Although the economic uncertainties are far from over, households like investors are increasingly confident and inclined to carry out their intention to purchase a home in a context of stabilized financing conditions. Even though sales are still down, the slowing of this decline is a positive sign that the market is stabilizing. So this is from Quebec Professional Association of Realtors, and then coming down to Calgary. So what Calgary has to offer, we'll talk about that after this quick break. Are you looking for a reliable legal office that can handle your closing in the most effective manner? If yes, please get in touch with Rakesh Joshi at 416-213-8600. Joshi Law Office provides all the legal advices about real estate law, business law, immigration laws, notarization and affidavits, wills and trust. Give them a call today, 416-213-8600. Are you looking for reliable immigration services? If yes, contact Sukhi Paul at 647-296-4575 or office phone number 905-790-8877. They are located at 219-220 at 7956 Torban Road. It's right at the intersection of Torban Road and Steeles Avenue West. Contact them for all kind of visa services. Are you the breadwinner for your family? Have you ever considered, if something were to happen to you, what would happen to your wife, to your children, to your parents? If not, this is the time to call Kamaljeet Bola at 647-772-1481. She is an amazing insurance advisor working with Beyond Care Insurance Solutions in Brampton, Ontario. Find out what best you can do your family while you can. Do not put this thing off till tomorrow. This could be very, very critical for your family's future. Are you thinking of a career change or adding another one to your portfolio? Well, you are thinking right.
call Sarabjit Luddar at 416-879-3039 from Beyond Care Insurance Solutions. She also deals in life, long-term, travel, critical illness, disability insurance. Give her a call today at 416-879-3039. This is what we can tell you. She will always give you the right advice and help you find out if being an insurance advisor is your piece of cake. Are you thinking to sell your home and are concerned about depreciating values? Don't be. You are in safe hands with Paul Cheema. Call me at 647-333-2273. I ensure safety of your home with electronic lock boxes. Nobody can enter your house without permission from our brokerage, and we provide full detail if needed at any point in time. Once again, Paul Cheema, 647-333-2273. Better call Paul and get moving. Do you want to shop right without burning your pockets? If yes, please visit Monisha Discount Warehouse at 377 Burnhamthorpe Road, East Mississauga, Ontario. They are the best. They have all kind of Indian, Pakistani and other local stuff that you can buy at literally throwaway prices. Contact them at 905-361-0773. Monisha Discount Warehouse. D.P. Jain is a well-known name in the fields of accounting. You can contact him today at his cell number 416-305-0080 or his office number 905-790-9327. Once you start working with him, you will never want to leave him. He is 5-star professional. Call him today. D.P. Jain Professional Corporation. PC24 RETV is heard over so many different channels. If you want to promote your business for free, call me at 647-333-2273. You can also send your artwork to contact@paulcheema.com. We are here to be partners in your business success. 647-333-2273.
Welcome back to the episode of PG24 RETV. I hope you are enjoying it and this information is helping you in one or the other way. This program is being broadcast live on YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn and PC24 RETV Facebook group. I urge you to kindly like and subscribe to our YouTube channels or join our Facebook group PC24 RETV, and the YouTube channel is the same name, PC24 RETV. And this program only intends to bring the information that may be useful for you when you're making a decision to buy or sell your property. We do not talk about anything controversial, no political talk, no religious talk. It is plain and simple data that we present from the very reliable sources such as Toronto Regional Register Board, Canadian Mortgage Trends, Royal Bank of Canada, and many similar authentic websites. So thank you very much for those people who responded to my broadcast where I talked about online security. The website to go is cba.ca. This is Canadian Bankers Association. You can go to the website. They have put up very comprehensive guides to help seniors and youngsters and the parents to see how they can avoid the malicious attacks on their computers or cell phones. And a recent information that I received is a caution against using the charging stations at airports, or if there are any at bigger terminals, avoid that, because the scammers or the people who hack, they have found a way to connect and install malware on your computer using those charging stations. It is scary. But this was the latest thing that I heard. And nobody would ever suspect that a charging cable can be used to download some malicious software on your smartphone. So please, please, please use your own devices. Okay. So we were talking about the data, and we are coming to Calgary now. In Calgary, the sales are 40.6% down to 2,432. Benchmark price of all housing types is sitting at $541,800, which is 0.8% up from the last year. New listings are down by about 40% to 3,318, and active listings are 26.4% down from the last year, and now the number is 3,233. More or less the same number as the new listings. So as expected, sales have eased from record levels while remaining stronger than they were before the pandemic, thanks to recent gains in migration supporting demand. This was said by CREB chief economist Anne Mary Lurie. The challenge has been centered around supply. As a result, existing homeowners may be reluctant to list as they struggle to find an acceptable housing alternative in this market. At the same time, higher lending rates can also reduce the incentives for existing homeowners to list their homes. This is as per the chief economist Anne Mary Lurie of CREB. Coming to Ottawa. Ottawa, we know that, right? Pleasant city, capital city. In Ottawa, sales are 40% down to 1,194. Average price residential property is $710,070. What a number. It is 17% lower than the last year. New listings are 2,089, which is 21% lesser than the last year. And the average price of condominiums is $418,670, 13% lesser than the last year. So now you heard me talk about the average prices or benchmark prices for the cities of Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal, Calgary, and Ottawa. I will repeat again. In Toronto, the benchmark price, all housing type, is $1,108,606. And then coming to Vancouver, it is $1,143,900. Right? Coming to Montreal CMA, it is $535,000 for single family detached homes. And then Calgary is $541,800 for all type of housing. This is a benchmark price. And Ottawa, $710,070. This is average price of residential property, and average price of condominium is $418,670. So where do you think you will go? Will you go to Ottawa, or will you go to Calgary, or will you stay in Toronto and Greater Vancouver area? Well, it would be interesting to see what you come up with, and I am hoping that you will say something about that. So, like I said before, we are going to see a lot of changes in our act. Initially, the code of ethics, and the code was the act that determined that set guidelines for selling, buying real estate and setting up standard of service, which was kind of known as RIBA 2002, and it spells out as Real Estate and Brokers Business Brokers Act. Business Brokers Act 2002. It is going to be changed to Trust in Real Estate Services Act 2002, called TRESA, TRESA. If your name is Teresa, then this is named after you. So they have made a series of changes. It's kind of total overall of the previous act, the RIBA. So it is amazing to see that there will be there will be self-represented parties, and that's it. No customers, only clients. Clients and self-represented parties, and there will be a RICO information guide which will be given to everyone. It is kind of mandatory for the realtors to provide you a copy when you walk in and you say, well, I don't have a realtor. So you will get that guide, which is very informational, very precise, and it will definitely help you make a better decision if you want to be a client or if you want to be a self-represented party. So those things have been done, so it will totally eliminate the customer relationship. Amended definitions of client and representation agreements, paperwork is being changed. It is an extensive change. It's like total overall. So maybe we are going to put in a high definition setup there, and the introduction rules related to self-represented parties will be there. And then, so customer in today's world, the difference between client and customer has been a source of confusion for many involved in trading in real estate industry in Ontario. Now that's going to be changed. So a customer that was defined as someone who has an agreement with a brokerage under which the brokerage provides the basic services to the person and who is not represented under the agreement. You are not represented, you are just a customer with some basic services like showing properties, writing offer, submitting offer, and rest of things you will define. And the clients, they received fiduciary duty from the realtor. They were responsible to pinpoint the defects, declare any knowledge they have about the property. It same goes with the consumer as well. But it's a higher level, and then they are more in suggestive mode as to suggest the home buyer about what to do in relation to the questions or the concerns of the buyers. For example, if a buyer says he doesn't want to buy a property which may have any accidental or suicidal death, so your agent will write a clause that will be kind of guarantee and warranty that never lapses in the offer, that the seller is confirming or acknowledging or covenanting that there has never been any suicidal death or accidental death in the property to his best knowledge. This thing was again challenged in courts many times, and sometimes some realtors got relief from it. And so now the customer technically was an unrepresented party in that case too. But agents were writing offers, agents were showing them properties. For example, you walk into a house and you say, no, I don't want to sign a document, but you could still be shown houses by the listing agent. But that comes to a stop now. If you are going to see a property and you are self-represented person or party, then you can only see the house the listing agent has. Rest of the work you are going to do on your own. This is to my best knowledge, and I stand corrected if there is any contradiction to this. But this is, you can explore further into this. You can check online or maybe speak to me in person. then I will come with very specific information about how this is going to change how you see and buy houses. So if you are a self-representative party, you are going to see houses on your own. Nobody is going to accompany you. And if you ask me, oh, I don't like your listed property, can you show me other houses? I cannot unless I have express consent from the home seller. But then again, there are many ifs and buts, which we are also learning with you at the same time. But these things are going to change a lot. So make sure you read through that RICO guide. That is a RICO information guide. RICO is Real Estate Council of Ontario guide. So as a self-represented party in respect of a trade means buying or selling of real estate, is a party that is not a client of a brokerage. So as you can understand from the term, you are someone who are representing themselves in a real estate transaction, period. So this is similar to someone who is self-represented in a court matter. So when you go to court and you say, Your Honor, I will represent myself, and this is exactly the same thing. So you are representing yourself. So a customer under REBA, the previous code that is being revamped as an unrepresented party receiving service from brokerage, a self-represented party in respect of trade is an unrepresented party that is not receiving services from a brokerage. So remember, this is a big change. This is a very, very big distinction. Initially, customers were being shown houses, their offers are being written, but if you tell the realtor that you prefer to be a self-represented party, you will not be shown any house. So gone are the days when you could just call someone and say, hey, can you show me a few houses? And he would be happy to do that. This is coming to a stop very soon. So resistance means realtors are prohibited from providing services, opinions, or advice to a self-represented party. Everything you have to work on your own. Resistance, that is, realtors are prohibited from encouraging a self-represented party to rely on their knowledge, skill, or judgment. Okay, so no realtor can ask you, don't worry, just go with my advice, I am the expert. It's not going to happen. Okay? So basically, when we cannot provide services, opinion, advice to a self-represented party, what can they do for them? Natural question ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਦਿਮਾਗ 'ਚ ਆਊਗਾ, ਇਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਹਲੇ ਕਈ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਸੈਟਲ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਜਾ ਰਹੀਆਂ. Very soon you will have a detailed outlook about this, but this is at a preliminary stages before it starts adopted. We are still waiting for certain things. So we can only provide you assistance provided it doesn't create an implied representation agreement. It is very critical to understand the meaning of assistance. Assistance is not a service, right? So as a service provided to a client or incidental to a service provided to a client, a registrant provides assistance to another person. So I can provide you assistance as long as it serves my client, my seller client. Okay, so this is a legislative definition. An implied representation agreement is not created. So an implied agreement is not created if, as a service provided to a client or incidental to a service provided to a client, a registrant or realtor provides assistance to another person. The focus is representing my client, not the buyer, right? without encouraging the other person to rely on resistance skills or judgment in respect of a trade in real estate। ਮਤਲਬ ਇਹ ਹੈ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿ as long as ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਅਸਿਸਟੈਂਟ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਉਹ ਮੇਰੇ ਸੈਲਰ ਕਲਾਇੰਟ ਨੂੰ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਵਾਈਡ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ, ਤੇ ਇਹ ਕੋਈ ਐਗਰੀਮੈਂਟ ਕ੍ਰੀਏਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦਾ ਐਂਡ ਯੂ ਡੂ ਨਾਟ ਹੈਵ ਟੂ ਰਿਲਾਈ ਉਸ ਮੇਰੇ ਜਜਮੈਂਟ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ, ਮੇਰੇ ਸਕਿੱਲ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪ ਹੀ ਫੈਸਲੇ ਕਰਨੇ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਇਟ ਰਿਲਾਈਜ਼ ਔਨ ਰੈਜ਼ਿਸਟੈਂਟ ਹੈਵਿੰਗ ਅ ਕਲਾਇੰਟ ਇਨ ਦਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ। ਬੇਸਿਕਲੀ ਬਾਟਮ ਲਾਈਨ ਇਹ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸੈਲਫ ਰਿਪਰੈਜ਼ੈਂਟਡ ਬਾਇਰ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਵਾਈਡ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਸੈਲਰ ਸਾਡਾ ਕਲਾਇੰਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਗਾ। ਖਤਮ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਗੱਲ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ। ਜੇ ਸਾਡੀ ਲਿਸਟਿੰਗ ਹੋਊਗੀ ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਸੈਲਫ ਰਿਪਰੈਜ਼ੈਂਟਡ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਅਸਿਸਟ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਪਰ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਵਾਈਡ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ। ਕੰਮ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਆਪਣਾ। ਸੋ ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਸੋਚਣ ਵਾਲੀ ਗੱਲ ਆ। ਦੂਸਰੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਸੈਲਫ ਰਿਪਰੈਜ਼ੈਂਟਡ ਸੈਲਰ ਨੂੰ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਵਾਈਡ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ, ਅਸਿਸਟੈਂਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਵਾਈਡ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਬਾਇਰ ਸਾਡਾ ਕਲਾਇੰਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਊਗਾ। ਸੋ ਇਹ ਸੈਲਫ ਰਿਪਰੈਜ਼ੈਂਟਡ ਸੈਲਰ ਵੀ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ, ਸੈਲਫ ਰਿਪਰੈਜ਼ੈਂਟਡ ਬਾਇਰ ਵੀ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ। Those are the big changes and I will try to educate you on this as much as I can because these are important things and ultimately you will have to understand all these nitty-gritties of our industry। ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਫੈਕਟ ਆ ਇਹ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਤੇ ਹੀ ਪੈਣਾ। ਇਹ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖਿਓ। These things are coming very very soon and keep on the lookout for more information। ਸੋ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਜਨਰਲ ਇਨਫੋਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਰਿਲੇਟਿਡ ਟੂ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਆਫ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰੋਵਾਈਡ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਸੋ ਅਸਿਸਟੈਂਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਅਸਿਸਟੈਂਟ ਦੇ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ? ਸਿੰਪਲ ਜੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਮੇਰੇ ਕਲਾਇੰਟ ਨੂੰ ਬੈਨੀਫਿਟ ਕਰਦੀ ਹੈ ਆਈ ਕੈਨ ਪ੍ਰੋਵਾਈਡ ਦੈਟ ਅਸਿਸਟੈਂਸ ਟੂ। ਥੋੜਾ ਨੈਰੋ ਹੈ ਮਾਰਜਨ, ਸਮਝਣਾ ਪੈਣਾ। ਅੱਗੇ ਵੀ ਏਜੰਟ ਕਸਟਮਰ ਤੇ ਕਲਾਇੰਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੜਾ ਓਵਰਲੈਪ ਕਰਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਸਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਬੇਸਿਕਲੀ ਦੇਖਣਾ ਪੈਣਾ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅਸਿਸਟੈਂਟ ਮੈਂ ਕਰੂੰਗਾ ਇਜ਼ ਇਟ ਗੁੱਡ ਫॉर ਮਾਈ ਕਲਾਇੰਟ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ। ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੈਨ ਵੀ ਕੈਨਟ ਡੂ ਦੈਟ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਇਹਦੇ 'ਚ ਬੜੀਆਂ ਚੇਂਜਿਸ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲੀਆਂ। ਸੋ ਵਿਲ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਪਲੇ ਆਊਟ ਕਰਦੀ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕੰਪੈਰੇਬਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਵਾਈਡ ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਜੇ ਸਾਡਾ ਕਲਾਇੰਟ ਹੈਗਾ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕਲਾਇੰਟ ਰਿਪਰੈਜ਼ੈਂਟ ਕਰਦਾ। ਦੇਰ ਆਰ ਸੋ ਮੈਨੀ ਥਿੰਗਸ we are coming up. I may contradict myself if I get deep down into that, but the bottom line is things are changing, guys. You should be properly educated. Do not fall for any trick. If you choose to be a self-represented party, either seller or buyer, then you are on your own. So the RICO information booklet, when you receive it, go through it and you have to certify that you received a copy, that you were not trying to lure to sign something that you don't want to do. So it's 9:27 p.m. Oh, sorry, a.m. today, and we had lost 15 minutes earlier, but due to time constraints, we will be finishing this episode today at 9:30 sharp. We cannot go beyond that. We are literally at the end of today's session. In case you are buying or selling houses, feel free to reach out to me, provided you are not working with any other brokerage as at now. If you are working within a brokerage, it is not right to call any realtor. You have to trust the realtor you are working with and you are signing with. I hear many times, oh, my agent is not responsive, but you have an active listing agreement. Do not jump that. It is very critical that you do not make anyone jump the ethics. So because sometimes people may start advising you without looking up if your house is up for sale or not. Be honest, tell them the right thing. Otherwise, it is stepping on another professional's step. So we try to keep ourselves clean and simple, but your assistance is required. So call me if you need help with selling your home. I am around. If you live in Kitchener area, I work there. Let me know. I have good reputation of delivering best service option there, and I am all there. talk to me about how I can help you sell your house and help you buy your property with clearance, full disclosures, and 100% transparency. Before I end the session, like always, I offer my heartfelt condolences to those people who have lost a family member this day. I shall pray to God for peace to the departed soul, and I also pray that you get over this biggest vacuum in your life very soon. May you get strength, may you get courage to get over this and continue living your legacy. 9:30, we'll see you tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. and then we'll take it from there. Till then,